my experience and all the other white girls that I know, we don't think that getting attention from black guys gives you a status of some sort. If you get attention from the white guys, you do have the status more than if you get attention from black guys.
As a man, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that.
Well, as a woman who gets attention and who grew up in a white culture more than a black culture, I'm going to tell you that getting attention from black guys is not a badge of honor if you're white.
Okay.
And I'm white.
You are white.
Yes.
Hey guys, I want to come on here to go over 2 TikTok videos that was sent to me, really involving the product of Jerome and his preference, Becky. And listen, TikTok is like the gift that keeps on giving. I've actually had quite a bit of people send this to me, but you know, I've been limiting content right now because I'm actually trying to focus on this project and get it out to you guys. And so I've kind of been trying to focus on that, but a lot of people sent me this video and I listened to it, and I'm going to show you 2 videos from the same content creator. But you guys know that in the past, I've actually shown you TikTok videos involving a biracial woman who has set out to tell the truth about these interracial relationships and the biracial kids that are created. And this is something that we rarely ever talk about within our community. And again, this is one of the products of black male worship and the privilege that he has. See, because black men, they get to run around and they get to talk about their preferences and IR dating and how much these non-black women want them. Really, let's just be clear, they're talking about women of no color, because again, like I said, black men are currently chasing whiteness into perpetuity. And they'll try to list off a number of different ethnicities to make it appear that black men are exploring their options and black men are considering everyone, when in reality they're not. Rather, the woman ethnically identifies as Asian, she will have white skin, regardless to whether she ethnically identifies as Latina, she will have white skin. And we know that black men tend to lust after women of no color the most. This is the woman that they put on the highest pedestal. They'll sit up and tell you that she's more feminine, that she's prettier, she has natural hair. Like literally, I was just looking at this comment in my comment section where you have this black man doing what they do best because they can't stay out of black female spaces. And I told you guys why. This is a part of their reprobate mind and their depravity. And really, black women, you have to start asking yourself, because this is really what's going to help you to not fall prey to the dusty logic of 3 trash bag carrying struggle bandits. You have to ask yourself, if he's so wrapped up in his fantasy, whatever it is that he has with Becky, Maria, or Ling Ling, why is he always in black female spaces? Because I'll tell you what I don't see. And I've been navigating these YouTube streets quite a bit. I've been forced to drive down the trash bag bandit lane and Dusty Avenue. So I know that there are a lot of black men who, they'll say they've divested, they've saved themselves from black women, they found better options, but literally all they do is talk about black women. Literally all they do is put themselves in black female spaces so they can wave around these women and try to get a reaction out of you. And you have to also ask yourself, why are they trying to get a reaction out of you? And the thing is, there's a number of different things that can be occurring here. Number one, and I suspect that this is the most profound one, they don't really have a woman of no color, and if they do, she's not the one that they want, or this woman of no color is not enough to keep his mind off of black women. There isn't a black man in any of these spaces who have been promoting these women and talking about how much better they are, and you don't find them on some social media site, be it Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or what have you, and they're going to be in a black female space. So what I usually don't see is black women who have chosen to date out. I don't see them in the comment section of Trash Bag Bandits videos. I don't see them going around waving their man of no color, they should, in black men's face and talking about how much better he is. So when you think about everything that black men are doing and the fact that they cannot stay out of black women's spaces, that tells you they care a lot about what you're doing, what you think, and who you're dating regardless to any woman that they're with. I want to know, why is it that their snow bunnies are not keeping them happy enough or content enough to where they don't have to be in black female spaces? I want the struggle dusties who are in the comment section triggered, who are going to be sitting up saying, oh, all she do is they ain't opportunity to badge bet me. That why I got me snow bunny. That why I got me a white woman. Cause y'all always hating, y'all just don't want black men have no options. They'll always come in the comment section and say things like that, and it's like, bruh, why are you here? It's like, bruh, why are you not over there with your snow bunny? Like, I can't for the life of me understand why black men who choose to date out would even want to look at a black woman. And they will literally sit up here and say stuff like that. That's where the kicker is. They will literally sit up here and say, black women are not attractive, black women are loud, black women are annoying, black women are masculine, but they cannot remove themselves from black female spaces. It doesn't even make any sense. And so we'll go more into this, but I say all that to say that what's rarely talked about is the product of these interracial unions, because black men can prop them up as much as they want to. We can look at the divorce rate. We can look at the rate of single mothers of biracial children with black men to see that their relationships are not working and that these women are getting the same black men that black women get. But we seldom look at the pathology of the children that are created as a product of them. And that's why I've been coming on here to talk more and more about the biracial pathology and about specifically the pathology of biracial people who have a mother of no color and a black man. So y'all, I've been on this hair care journey, and I'm sure all of y'all know a huge part of that is finding the right products for your hair, and it actually took a little bit for me to do this. I was introduced to a company called Everything Ebony, and they have a really great product line. It's an all natural hair care line that's made for us, by us, and I've tried the products. These are products that you can feel working. They also smell amazing. I tried them on my hair at night, and the next morning I woke up, my hair was soft, it was still conditioned, it retained the moisture, and it was easy to work through. So hit the link in the description box, go to Everything Ebony, try them yourself. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And remember that Everything Ebony is hair care made for us, by us. Because this is the most common union. Black men have created more biracial children since Loving versus Virginia passed than any amount of biracial children that were created on the plantation. So they've been very busy. So now most biracial people in this country, and really abroad too, have a mother of no color and a black father, because this is really what black men wanted. They didn't want liberation unless liberation meant being able to crawl in between the legs of a woman of no color so that they can play house. But we don't focus on the pathology of the product of a black man and his preference, and we don't do it enough, because ultimately these preferences are going to become, in 2 generations, more people of no color who are going to further perpetuate this system. And that's because black male self-hatred is unfortunately the curse that keeps on cursing, much like a herpes infection. And so I want you guys to listen to these videos from this biracial woman. She clearly states that she has a black father and a mother of no color, and I want you to specifically focus on what it is that she's saying, because there's 2 things that stood out to me that I believe is very relevant here and that I believe is worth listening to in terms of gauging the pathology that black men are ultimately creating. Then I'll come back for further commentary.
Oh, the millions of women here, y'all picked the one that was just like, no, I'm not gonna.
My biological mother is the ugliest, crustiest looking white woman on this planet. And my biological father is a black man who obviously does not believe in black love. Or if he does, it's performative. Me being biracial and seeing videos on the For You page of black men having such deep hatred toward black women is disgusting to me, because I've seen firsthand with my dad that there are black men who would rather be with an ugly looking white woman than an average looking black woman. And so when I say stupid shit like I'm done with black men, it's not because I have a problem with black men. It's because I don't want to validate black men when they cannot validate black women the way that they should. I will never be your token biracial person who makes you feel like you're in a black love relationship. If you want a black love relationship, then be with a black person. I believe that black men say that they are about black love and marry black women and have black children with black women, but then go behind that black woman's back to be with somebody like me or to be with somebody who is not black. Because I was the subject of this for a year. I was with a black man, and it would have gone on longer had I not found out that he was married. So I got a restraining order because things got really messy, and it occurred to me that I would not allow a black man to disrespect a black woman just to be with somebody like me, because you don't have to do that, and it defeats the whole purpose of black love. And I'm tired of black men doing performative black love. So when I say that I'm done with black men, my black father would co-sign that, because he had me with my white mother and he's not even with her.
Now, you guys saw that video, and first of all, I want to say that, did you notice how that woman, she looks racially ambiguous? Now, I can tell that she has strong black features. She does. But she is very much racially ambiguous. Off of first looks, if she didn't say that she was biracial to me, and I'm just saying to me, I get that everybody have their opinion because people like to chime in and say, well, she looks biracial to me. It's obvious that she's black. I can see it. Well, just because you can see it doesn't mean that everybody else can. Y'all said that about Meghan Markle, and to me, Meghan Markle is an entire woman of no color, and you can tell because she looks just like her best friend, who is also a woman of no color. So had Meghan Markle not told anybody that she had a black mother, she would be living the reality of a woman of no color, because that is what she looks like phenotypically. Now, y'all can see some blackness in her as much as you want to. I don't see any. I need y'all to explain why she looks exactly like this woman of no color who is her best friend. She looks like her phenotypically and otherwise. They literally look like they could be sisters. So at the end of the day, people tend to see blackness where they want to, and to me, I'm objective, so I feel like Meghan Markle looks like a woman of no color, and this biracial woman, she looks racially ambiguous. And I think that's interesting because you keep hearing all of this black dominance discussion. You keep hearing black men running around saying, whoever we have baby by, they're gonna be black. That baby gonna be black. Two black gene dominant, so that person gonna be black. Mind you, these children come out and they grow into adults and they want to identify as anything other than black. So the bottom line of it is these biracial people are becoming more racially ambiguous looking, which really shows that there is little to no black dominance. And I think that black people don't understand what genetic dominance actually means, because it has very little to do with race and more about phenotype. But whatever, I digress. So you have this racially ambiguous biracial woman here, and she's specifically talking about the toxic pathology that black men have, because number one, she validated something that I've always been saying, which is that black men tend to scrape from the bottom. This is at this point a statistical fact. There have been studies done that shows that women of no color understand that black men worship whiteness, and it becomes a prize to them, so they use it as social currency so that they can get these so-called high value, high earning black men. And everybody knows that black men don't care what they get as long as it's wrapped in whiteness. So you have her literally sitting up here saying that her own mother was the bottom of the barrel woman of no color, and that a black man still chose her, much like how Joyner Lucas, a biracial man, said in an interview that his mother was from a trailer park, mother of no color, and his father were the producers. So these low-tier women of no color are always able to get high-earning black men who are more attractive than them, because that's what the study said as well. Usually the black man is significantly more attractive than his partner, who is a woman of no color, but still that woman of no color is propped up on a pedestal because she possesses white skin. So this woman validated stated that. She also spoke to the colorism of black men and how they'll tokenize certain features, how they favor certain features. And it's interesting how she included that clip with trash bag Chris Williams for Marriage at First Sight, because I initially said when I was reviewing it, the issue that Chris Williams had with Paige is that she was too black looking, is that he didn't like her black features. And now he's sitting up in that clip talking about how they could have sent him any women, and he referenced these non-black women, but they chose to give him a black woman. Now he's lusted after her body, so the only thing left is her skin tone and her facial features, and I pointed that out very early, and there were numerous different people who stated that that wasn't the case. I had been pulled Chris's card and recognized how deplorable he was. I recognized his pathology, his willingness to use a black woman for her body, but he really doesn't care. He will discard her because she doesn't look the way that he wants her to look. So when he dropped these white and Latinas, I already knew what it was because I had already predicted it. So you have this biracial woman who's the preference and literally the product of black men's preferences, and she's sitting up here talking about the same pathology in black men that I have. But the question is, what is going to happen when she chooses to go out and procreate? Because she's already expressing, as a biracial woman, despite having a black father, that she doesn't really like black men, that she sees their pathology because she grew up dealing with the ramifications of it. She was likely raised by her mother of no color without her father. He expressed a large amount of self-hatred. And she's not the only one that's being saying that. I've been showing you guys this video of this biracial woman named Dominique, and she spoke to the self-hatred that black men tend to pass down to their offspring.
It's very easy to point out and identify how the white mom contributes to racial identity issues in mixed children. However, people often don't talk about how the black father contributes to these issues equally or even more. Let's look at before the child was even born, the process of dating and seeking out partner. Black men that fetish white women make it known, and even more so, they make it known that they hate black women. They consistently, verbally, emotionally, and sometimes physically assault black women, especially darker skinned women. They'll hate dark skin while having dark skin, call black women ugly but their mama black. Essentially, they hate black women just for being black. These men have so much self-hatred and racial identity issues, and they project their own anti-blackness and self-hatred onto black women. Now, what do you think this black man will do when he has a black child? The exact same thing. He's going to teach anti-blackness to his black children, and he's not going to surround them with other black people, and if he does, they will also be anti-black. These men are teaching their children to value white validation over their own black identity.
Now, you guys saw that video, and a lot of you are probably familiar with it, and listen, this woman is also a biracial woman who dedicates her time. She has a YouTube channel and a TikTok channel, and on both of them, she talks about how problematic it is to be the product of a black man and a woman of no color. Yet, we are constantly hearing these relationships promoted and said to be love is love when the product is not love. You have a racially confused person who have literally lived in a home either with their father showing a disdain for blackness or with their father completely being absent and their mindset and their identity being molded by a woman of no color, which was the case in the other video with Dominique. She said her black father wasn't even there. She was raised solely by a woman of no color who also didn't and couldn't instill any black pride or identity in her. So black men are literally causing problems because at the end of the day, until they address their self-hatred, all they're going to do is replicate it over and over. And then you have these biracial people, they go out, they procreate with people of no color, and they create more people of no color, but nobody wants to talk about this. When we see them promoting their unions, we don't put in their face the fact that your union is going to give birth to a person that doesn't even like you. Your union is going to give birth to a person who wants to literally deviate from their blackness because they recognize that you hated yours. Your offspring, the product of your preference that is more feminine, that's a better mother, is going to grow up likely to be one of these biracial women who is going to speak out against it and say they don't even want to date you. Yet we allow them to run around talking about how their union is the best union, they're upgrading, they're leveling up. It's like, no, you're not. What you're doing is sowing seeds of your self-hatred and putting it in a person who's going to go procreate with a person of no color, which you showed them is better, create more people of no color, and then throughout further generations, they're going to further subject and dominate the people who look just like you. It's a cycle that we allow to continue to perpetuate because we don't want to face the reality of black male psychology. And no matter how destructive it is, no matter how counterproductive it is, we give them the privilege of not having to be faced with this. It really is a problem because at the end of the day, this affects us too. They're not just creating people who have disdain for them. Listen, when your own offspring don't like you, that's a problem. Because these biracial women, they have black fathers, so the one that they should be gravitating towards are black men. Yet this chick is saying she doesn't even want to date black men, so you know she certainly doesn't want to procreate with them. She said even the ones who run around pretending to be pro-black are just engaging in performative love, which is something, shout out to Woman's Beer, that she talks about all the time, how black men's love of blackness and pro-blackness is fake, basically. That's what it means when you have performative love. It's fake. It's surface level. You're putting on a show. And see, that's all black men do, is they talk, they hype themselves up, they put on a show, but there's nothing behind it. It's just a bunch of fluff. But at the end of the day, they don't love their blackness because they're washing it out, and you can see that manifesting in their children and in their relationships. They don't love black women because just like what she said, if you wanted a black child, and if you were really that pro-black, you would have procreated with a black woman. And that is literally a biracial woman saying that. And she has a black father. She also spoke to the fact that they will tokenize biracial women and put them on a pedestal over black women. And so when your offspring and your preference and everyone starts noticing your toxic self-hating pathology, you would think it'd be time to wake up and smell the coffee, just like a Folgers commercial, hello. But black men aren't going to do that. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Sorry I had to do that, y'all. Anyway, but the bottom line is everybody sees what it is with black men. Everybody sees it. But yet we allow this black male worshiping culture to thrive, and we give them the privilege of not having to hear about it. But of course, this is just going to be another one of those videos where you have trash bag bandits running amok in the comment section, acting like this isn't their daughter, the product of their preference, sitting up here talking about how problematic black male pathology is. When biracial people start talking about it and they're created by black men and women of no color, that's when you know that it's a huge problem. But you guys get in the comment section and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for your support. Like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe to the video, don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe to all notifications so you'll know every time I go live and when I upload new content. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.
Black men, I need you to pull out and stop coming inside women that you don't want to have a family with. Great.
Yeah.